Hey guys, and welcome to the all-new, different rebirthcast, where we talk about the comics that come out from the week to week. Today, we're starting off with probably my favorite comic this week, Justice League Class Power Ranger number 2 came out this week. Then we get to see the Justice League and Power Rangers. Most of them react to each other. It seems like the Justice League members we've seen so far are Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Green Lantern, and Cyborg. Most of these are from the, I always want to, it's a weird kind of, because we have John Stewart, Green Lantern, and, Cyborg, so it's weird to know, what Justice League is, but they just pick ones they like, so that's cool. This is by DC Comics and Boom Studios, that's been up. We have the Power Rangers in Gotham City. Never thought I would say that. Power Rangers in Gotham City. Never thought I would have thought of that, but yeah, this is the Pink Ranger has the Batmobile in his beak or whatever. And obviously Superman shows up. If you have to land a pterodactyl, if you like me, I'm gonna have to ask you to land a pterodactyl. That's what Superman says. There's so many good lines in this, lines in this book. It's just so freaking awesome. If not one of the best books out. It's just so good. Even though it's just a mini series, and I know it's gonna end at some point, it's just so good. You see the Green Lantern put a thing on the Power Rangers thing, like a force field around them. They break it. Because they summon all the Zords, like the Mastodon, all the Zords. They have the 2-page spread showing them getting all the Zords and stuff. And then they're getting into them and fighting and stuff. And this is so fun to see them, even though they're both good guys, it's cool to see them kind of fight. It's like, John's down. He beats John and they attack all these things. It's like, yeah, he's doing a bunch of shit. Trying to stop him, and then the Flash stops, the Red Ranger gets him out and stops him, and then Superman's like, wait, huh? Yeah, they're not. They're like, oh, no, wait, stop. They're the good guys. You can trust them. As he has Wonder Woman, has a lasso around her. It's like, this is so, so good. And we see him talking to him. And we see Zach kind of pausing and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I kind of overreacted. So, I'm trying to find the line. Also, good guys smile. Why don't you smile? He's talking to Batman. That's one of my favorite lines in the book. It's like, yeah, why don't you smile? Now, in retrospect, we could say that as in you guys don't smile because you have masks on, so really we can't see you guys smiling unless your mouse little thing moves. I don't think it does, so. They're talking, I'm like, oh, we can't leave yet. We gotta get Zed. He's here. And we see Zed getting taken up by Mr. Brainiac. It was really cool. Brainiac took him up and got his thing and uses his thing to make him. He has one of those things that makes him. He summons a thing that makes him really big, and he is going to talk to Brainiac about Brainiac. Fascinating. It's just the art in this is also really good. Since I'm talking about plans by him taking cities and putting them in jars, and so now I'm thinking since the 5th issue started off with the city gone, it's probably Brainiac just took it so they can get it back and shrunk it into a little thing, so they can get it back. So it's going to be pretty cool to see where that goes. And then we see, basically them talking about planning. And they're like, oh, giant monsters, and they talk about some more. And then they see monsters attacking these cities everywhere. Giant monsters attacking cities all over the world. Tokyo, Japan, Australia, Melbourne, Australia. I don't know if I'm saying Melbourne, Australia. You know what it is if you know. Kueo, Egypt. I don't know these names. I'm not good. Dublin, Ireland. It's all these different landmarks. And funny enough, I don't know if it's just those 4. If it's just those 4, that's a little weird because none of those are actually in the U.S. But surprisingly, none of those are in the U.S. But still, Dublin, Ireland. Is that where Jack lives? Jack Epstein? I feel like that's where he lives, around Dublin or something. I don't know why. It just sounds familiar. I've heard him say that in this video. But I don't know. So Superman going off to fight him, and he's like, you brought this here. I'm like, yeah, that's why we have to. Yeah, we're gonna help you guys. And that's next Heroes vs. Monsters. I'm like, yes, I'm excited. Now the next issue is gonna be cool. The next issue shows the cover. It says the Justice League fighting the Power Rangers in that giant, when they morph into the giant, not morph, but when they get into the giant suits, and they Megazord, and then they all come together. That's what it says for the next cover. It's gonna be just that's the cover, and then that makes to do with the issues inside. But whatever. For the second issue, I would like this. The second issue was basically them fighting, and it wasn't that big of a fight really. It was just a simple fight. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was the second issue. continuing of how you can do two different comic book universes and throw them together and they work so well together. This is definitely my favorite comic that came out this week, so I'm really happy with that. But that's not all that came out this week. I know I blabbered on about Justice League and Power Rangers enough. Let you to another awesome book. Suicide Squad also came out this week, and just to let you know, this is a DC week. Everything I get with DC, except for the Justice League / Power Rangers, that is also Boom Studios, but it is still also DC, so it's a DC week. We get Suicide Squad number 11, which has been an awesome book. We see Amanda Waller drinking, because he's taking her problems away. We see Rasputin, the villain, who hates Amanda Waller, breaking tons of people out of jail, like breaking all these prisoners out of jail. We see him going into a jail, not breaking people out, but we see him attacking people when he does. He's going in there to break people out. And we see the Suicide Squad coming in to, this issue is called Burning Down the House Part 1, Left Inside, and they go down and tackling all these people and doing, Suicide Squad mission. One guy's about to go to the monitor and, delete everything, and he's like, I can delete it, he cripples him, and then they, shoots him. It's like, I'm not U.S. military. He's like, you can't shoot me. I'm, you're the government or whatever. I'm like, I'm not U.S. military. And that's Deadshot. It's like, yeah. And he's like, you didn't wipe the file, so they get all the bunch of the information and stuff. And we see Hack doing her thing and hacking and finding out who these guys are. Who I don't know who these are. And there's a weird character. They feel like these guys kind of like him or something. I could see in Doom Patrol. It's weird. But yeah, then we see him tackling all this. Everything is kind of like them just talking and stuff at the end. We show Hack going into the computer, and Spy was in this, and it says that thing that says, Spy was in this, it's like, well, and find out that it probably looks like it's Amanda Waller. It looked like it's Amanda Waller. Now, could it not be Amanda Waller and be something else? I doubt it. It's probably Amanda Waller, but then that confuses me, and it says an X-Facts. But then we see a thing blows up, and we see Rasputin breaking out a bunch of criminals, and I don't know who any of them are. These just are regular criminals. Nobody in particular who I know. And it says end of episode 1. It's pretty short because the Suicide Squad comics are cut in half. By that I mean you get the main story. It's usually the first half, and then usually it's the second story. The last 2 issues didn't do that because they were special issues that had to do with the Justice League Suicide crossover issues. So they didn't really have to do with that. There was one just kind of interludes and aftermath they want. But that one is because it's 70 stories, so they put it in half. The first half is also drawn by John Romita Jr. Now, it wasn't very long. It's very short, this particular issue. It felt very short. The first half was it's over. But John Romita Jr.'s art so cool, and I'd like to see him do more. I'd like him to do the whole book, but I'm not going to complain. He did half the book. That's more than enough for me to be happy. And we get the second half of the book called Lights Outside, where Serge Amanda Waller in there, drunk, talking to Zod, oh, God, all this shit. I was about to maybe almost let him go or something. Was he about to let him go? I don't know if it didn't show him, it didn't seem like he was about to let him go, but talking, and the one other director comes in hey, you don't walk here anymore, you're kind of on leave for a little bit. And then he tells the pilots, take him, they'll take you where you want to go. And they take him to, he goes to where the Suicide Squad are, what is, I want to see if it says, New Orleans, and that's what the squad is right now. It's I had no idea. You might have, you might not have. Then we see Captain Boomerang doing, dancing with a bunch of ladies and getting drunk and stuff. Him being Boomerang. And then see Harley Quinn. She's having a date, it looked like, with somebody. And she's across from a bank, so he wants to steal it, but she's not. So that's kind of cool. Then we see Deadshot with his daughter and trying to mend things with his daughter. And it's fine, I want you to be my father. I don't care if you shot. I don't care if you shot people. I want you to be my father. You're my father. I want you to be my father. It's such a very real moment with Deadshot. So it's Deadshot was with his daughter. I understand. We see it right here. So I don't think it was Deadshot. A lot of people say, "Oh, we couldn't." We see him with his daughter, and I think he would rather be with his daughter than do anything else. Harley Quinn, maybe, but I don't think it is because he's trying to figure out who it is. So I don't think it's her, and it's not Hack. Boomerang. Could be, but I don't think so. He doesn't like Amanda, but I don't think he's going to kill him. And that's really the only few members of the show, so if we members into the other ones. Because the other ones can't really... Killer Croc, how can you let a thing like that out? And get it back in, but if you have this bomb, I guess, in the head, you can. Because Amanda Waller, sees going by stuff and kind of, sees certain things. So as she's walking and she goes down this other way. and we see a glimpse of who the guy is. He has 2 guns, and he could be. And a lot of people say, "Oh, no, he's not Deadshot. He has to look like a cape." Well, he had 2 guns in there. So I'm assuming it's a completely different character. If we look at a roster of people, if we look at Deadshot, I'm trying to find a picture of Deadshot so I can see what his costume looks like. And he's wearing just street clothes. He's wearing street clothes. And the guy who shoots has 2 guns, and he has it looks like he's wearing almost like a content, not vest, but like a jacket. I'm looking with a Deadshot outfit. Deadshot outfit does not have any of that stuff. And I don't think anybody else would too, because I know Katana wouldn't do it. Killer Croc and Enchantress out because they don't use guns. Harley Quinn I don't think would do it. Deadshot I think is out of the picture. Captain Boomerang's out, so it could be. I'm thinking it could be Colonel Flag. He's one of the people who could do it. I could see him somehow doing it. Or it could be somebody else. You have a lot of enemies. Everyone does have a lot of enemies, and it just could be coinky dink that something happened. And that's words he's don't miss. So I think they kind of has a plan. I'm wondering what's going to happen later on in the series, if she comes back or not. And if he gets shot, is he going to die? We don't know. Next, The Burning World. So we'll see in the next issue. Then at the end, has a bunch of stuff for Wildstorm Rising, the new book that's coming out by Warren Ellis. So yeah. And that was cool. It was the second story. It's one of the things I want to say in this particular issue. Continues great from the first story. You go from the first story, and then the second story is basically continuing. It feels like it's continuing because if you read the next issue, it shows the first story, but shows them at one point it shows the hospital where Amanda was being walked on. So it basically feels like the second half. It's a different. The only reason it has a different name to it, it's called Life Outside, not just continue part of the first story, because I think it's because they're both different artists. So if we'd had the end of the first story, it's end of episode 1, no, this is end of episode 1, okay. But the next story here should be end of episode 2, or the next issue should be end of episode 3. Because it's like little story, you need this. I think you do need to read this before you move on. It's really good. Another really good issue of Suicide Squad. I like how John Romita JR is controlling the fifth half of the book. It's really good. And the best book, second best book I got this week was obviously also Batman, a book I've been reading. It's by the amazing Scott Snyder, who's been doing Batman like the plague, and who's always, it seems like he's going to have a Batman book until the day he dies. It feels like it, because he's been doing Batman for so long. But he's really good at it, so I'm not going to complain. This is number 7 of also Batman. It's called Ends of the Earth. This is part, I want to check something here. It's I think this is part 2, I think. Ends of the Earth part 2. And it's all about, not Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. The first issue was all about, Mr. Freeze. And then the way it ends, I was oh, how is this going to continue on to the next issue? Because it says next Poison Ivy, so I'm okay, what's the next issue going to be like? I'm okay, we're just jumping straight to where Poison Ivy is. It showed him Batman's feet kind of a blow up kind of thing, where it looked like they blew up or something. I was well, it feels like I'm missing something, but it's not, and that's kind of weird. But it actually is really good. It said Batman going out to find Harley. He goes to this place. Poison Ivy's going to this place to figure out what's going on. To get some materials he needs. And the guy was talking about the one guy was asking for her. We got the Ends of Earth part 2. Excuse me there. If he would change into a Poison Ivy outfit. And he's doing stuff to this tree to get some he's studying it, doing a bunch of stuff to try to figure out what it has some type of, I think, medical purposes. So to kind of figure out it's making an antidote or something. And then he sees Batman coming in as he attacks Batman. And Batman is, he catches Batman, so he tries to tell him, what's going on, this girl, she's dying, and all this stuff. And, yeah, what are you keeping from me? And all this stuff. And then it's what are you keeping from me? Telling all this stuff that these these guys are coming and they're going to stop everything. And then they fight these guards, people who are coming after them. And, again, the Kree we know is gone. He's gone, and he was wearing things on his lips, wax lips, to do whatever, because Poison Ivy kissed her, so that doesn't affect. And the one other thing is, and he also says something he says something about oh, the girl is dead. Make sure you clear her name for me. You clear her name, because her name was named after the disease. He was make sure this girl is not named after this disease, because that's a horrible thing, and to be named after that, it's not something, even though you're dead, that's something horrible. I don't think people should be named after the disease. A person should be named after a disease that happened, I think. I was getting some water there. I usually don't. I just picked it up and started drinking. But talking about she doesn't want her name to be associated with disease. And the cool thing is, in the beginning of the book, for the beginning of the book, it shows like this like skull. It's showing this person like throughout the book. You see the skull, and then we see the skull burning. It's like going from like 13, 12, and like every couple of pages, we'll see like a thing which says 11, 8. So a specific panel of this girl I'm talking about. And I didn't get it at first, like what was going on, but then I figured it out. I was like, oh, it's starting from like, see, because in the end, he talked about her being dead. So it starts off with her like dead, and it's going back in time, like showing you all the stuff she had to go through and all the stuff. It's really cool. A really cool aspect of it, showing you like her death up, going back in time to how she kind of got disease, how she was taken in, all the stuff, and it's really cool. And I like it. And it ends really awesome. It's a good book. It was another really good book by Scott Snyder. It's really amazing on how the book was done, and I really enjoyed it. So, but we're not done yet. We have one more story. We have the Curse Wheel Part 6 to talk about, because that's also in this issue. What is another issue? That one had a different artist, to my knowledge, than the last issues, but it is an artist I do. I did like it. It was different, but it was cool. It's about him and the Riddler and stuff. He's in a simulation trying to figure out trying to figure out a puzzle. He's in a simulation because he failed the last one. I feel like he needs to like get better at it. And then Batman talking about like, hey, you saw this guy was tormenting you in this cage, and he's like, yeah, are you okay? He's like, fine, and all this stuff. And then he's sitting there debating stuff, and then Alfred comes into his room in the morning, see if he's and then he's like, yes, well, now you tell me, but where did he go? The dog's talking about like, yeah, where did he go? He's gone, and yeah, it was really good. It's next heat of the day, so it's going to continue. The Kurt Wheeler story, I'm assuming it's just like a Duke story. If you see Duke, well, I actually do like his outfit, and I do like him, so now you get having a little bonus story with Duke in it. Another couple pages, and you can say it's extra adding to the main comic. Because the main comic we get, this is a $5 comic, so we get the main comic, and then we get the like little bonus $4.50 comic to go along with it. I'm totally fine with that. It's another comic, so basically we get more. I'm not gonna complain. More a comic, and it's good. Hell yeah! That was also Batman issue 7. That's it for this episode. There's only the 3 comics to talk about, and we've been going on for quite a little bit here. And yeah, we've been on quite a little bit here. This wasn't too long. It's coming under Queen Menace. But I hope you guys liked this episode of the all new different rebirthcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Go out and buy these comics or whatever comics you want or that you like. So thank you guys for watching this video. Yeah, you can always stay epic, and I'll see you in the next all new different rebirthcast. Bye, guys.